Let me throw out some very special dates to some very special moments. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
August 8th, 2012. What do you remember?
That's a really special date because that's the date that I found out and my entire family found out that we're going to the New York Red Bulls. A few weeks before, I thought maybe it was time to hang up the cleats, hang up the gloves and do something else. And my wife, she resisted. She said, okay, we're gonna set a deadline. If nothing happens before then you have my blessing and you can pursue something else. And that deadline was actually August 11th, so a few days prior. But August 8th is a day, a very, very special day.
September 29th, 2012.
That actually is my debut for the New York Red Bulls. I think 10 minutes in, the very first time I touched the ball is actually picking up out of the net. I got scored on, an absolute screamer from Ryan Johnson from 30 yards out. And I remember thinking, well, that was short-lived. And we ended up winning the game 4-1. So as a goalkeeper, you always play the scenarios and you're thinking, okay, well, I did give up a goal, but we won the game, so maybe that earns me another chance to play. I had no idea that would be the first of many games.
September 20th, 2014.
I ended up making a couple of saves in that game that won Save of the Year. He shot the ball and I was tracking it, but as it's going through the group of people, I want to say one of my defenders deflected it. So I had to adjust and go against my momentum to save the ball, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold it because it was knuckling. So I just thought if I can pop it up in the air, one of my defenders will come and save me. And so I adjust, I pop it up high in the air, and I think, okay, we're good. And then I look up, and there's none of my defenders are there. It's actually Obafemi Martins and Clint Dempsey. There was a little confrontation between them, like who was going to head this. And I think it just threw Clint Dempsey off enough that instead of heading the ball down, which it would have been a goal, he ended up heading at a decent level for me to save. So I remember distinctly after making that second save and hearing the fans roar, and I was like, wow, that was pretty cool.
May 22nd, 2016.
Oh, the Red Wedding.
Yes.
Yes. We played in a baseball stadium and we scored a touchdown against a soccer team.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the best way to describe that game. Yeah. But I love that the first couple of years, they could not touch us. I want to say we went 5 or 6 straight games, not dropping a single point. And my favorite story is right before the Red Wedding is some of us were at a restaurant in New York where they do bingo on Mondays. And New York City players were also there. And I ended up winning bingo. And as I was walking up, I heard one of the players say, gosh, even in bingo, they beat us. All right, it was like perfect because at that time, we really dominated that series. And there's so much excitement, I think, throughout the league, throughout New York City Metro, to have 2 teams to go up against each other, but for us to really have our way with them for the first couple of years, and especially on May 22nd, 2016, I think that's a day that will live forever in the folklore of Red Bulls and this franchise, but more importantly for the fans and the rivalry.
July 17th, 2022.
That day, I didn't have to worry about anything, right? Like I just showed up, my name got inducted to Legends Row. It was an incredible time for my family and friends, everyone that was a part of the journey, to just celebrate that. And it gave me an opportunity to celebrate them. And that's what most of my speech was about, is my parents, my family members, my wife, my coaches, anyone that was a part of the journey, to just say thank you. There's no way I could have done it without any of these people. To be honored like that is really special. It doesn't happen all the time. So that date, that's etched in my heart.
I'm Melissa Ortiz, this is Luis Robles, and always remember to #RaiseYourGame.